What is good, YouTube? It is your boy JRT Mario Fan, and today we are going to be playing Ascension. I almost said Kinder the Totem because I am trying to do the post audio for that video, and I didn't realize I clicked the project in my CapCut that's for this Ascension run. But I'm gonna leave that almost mishap in the video. Today's video is a little bit shorter. What we're going for is round 20 or higher without turning the power on. Now, I thought this would be an easy challenge. I thought this would be a super easy challenge because I haven't played this map a whole lot, but I've heard all my life, well, almost all my life, because this game came out when I was like 6 or 7, and I've been watching YouTube videos on it since, and hanging out with people who are older than me and played the game and talked about it all the time since I was about 8 or 9. So most of my life, I've been hearing how easy this map is and how it is child's play, right? It is an easy map, but it's not as easy as people make it out to seem. And the no power challenge is uniquely difficult because it changes how the whole map goes. This is probably the easiest, one of the easiest maps to do the no power challenge on. But I'd say that it is significantly harder than people give it credit for because you can't get extra perks. You would think, oh yeah, you can, the monkeys. So the monkeys on this game, they do give you extra perks. If you successfully defend all perk machines from the monkey, at the end of the round, the monkey zombies will give you a free perk. The issue with this is that in order for monkeys to spawn, the power has to be turned on. Until you turn the power on, monkeys won't spawn. For this challenge, that makes it where the amount of zombies I have to kill is a lot higher, and I can only ever have access to quick revive, which is a huge struggle. To be honest with you, I found that the no power challenge on Moon, obviously with using perks, is easier than Ascension with no power because you can get both Juggernog and Speed Cola without turning the power on Moon. And Moon is seen as a hard map typically, while Ascension is seen as a easy map. I decided to wait so long in the starting room because for two reasons. I originally was going to do the starting room only challenge. And then by the time the monkeys just didn't come, I decided to research why they weren't coming. And then when I found out you can't get perks in the starting room on this map because the monkeys won't spawn, so the whole getting perks in the starting room wouldn't happen, I just decided to go to the no power challenge instead of doing the starting room only. Hence why I waited for so long to go out of the starting room. But no, here we are with some decent weapons. The HS-10s and the CZ-75s. Personally, I think the CZs are underrated. I used to have a lot of fun as a kid running triple CZs. So getting the singular and then the double in my other weapon slot. But I digress. I have a blooper that's later on in the video is what I'd like to say it is, but it was just a fumble. I learned the hard way that those little things that I just got, I got this on round 7. I didn't remember I got the ray gun on round 7. Damn. What was I going to say? The little things that I got that are now on my tactical grenade slot, I didn't know that they could do damage to you, so that was definitely interesting to find out the hard way. It definitely hindered how far I made it on my run. So getting the ray gun on round 7 was kind of crazy, low-key, especially after only hitting the box a couple of times. Yep, there it is. That's where I learned that they do damage to you, when they killed me right there. That set me back a bit. It almost ended the run, too. But I made a rebound. One thing I'll say is that people overestimate how easy this map is, because you won't necessarily see it in this video, but Black Ops 1 is just hard. It doesn't matter how easy the map is. Black Ops 1 itself is just extremely, extremely hard. Relative to its newer peers. I was having a hard time with this challenge, but I did the same challenge on BO3, and with only using melee weapons, so the standard combat knife and sickle, I still made round 20. When I had a harder time making round 20 on this version, despite having the ray gun, and then later on you'll see I get the thunder gun too. So for those who say BO1 is easy, I don't agree with you, like, at all. I've said this in previous videos, but I'll say it again, and you will see this when I play the Black Ops 3 version, is that you can't just press the switch gun button to get rid of your death machine, like you can in the newer games. And that does make a difference in how this map plays versus its newer counterpart on Chronicles. And I don't know if I walked partially out of bounds there, but it felt like I walked on something I wasn't supposed to able to walk on. But here we are getting my quick revive for the third and final time. I have my cats, both of them are cuddling with me. I have Niklaus and Pichu. Since I wasn't going to have the monkeys anyway, I opened this door here, which you're never supposed to open normally because it gives 2 avenues to your jug. But since I'm never going to have jug anyway, I just opened it. And I think that set me up for success later on. What I found crazy is that I was paying such little attention that I accidentally traded out the Gersh device and then I got it back again. Like, talk about box luck, man. Like, kind of fumbled considering how much I died early on. I definitely think I could have made it farther if I got the thunder gun earlier or the ray gun earlier and didn't fumble that one life with the little explosive things. But because I had a lot of good box luck. The game was really setting me up for success and I kind of blundered it. But I still made the goal round of 20. So even if I didn't make it as far as I definitely could have had I locked in, I think I did all right. Especially for it being BO1, bro. Like, nah. But dude, the Gersh devices are so amazing. If I hadn't mistaken that I got the QEDs instead of the Gersh device on Moon, I wouldn't have teleported myself and lost my round 20 attempt on the no power and no perk challenge combined on Moon. I would have just used the Gersh and killed the zombies. So having them on this run was nice, even though it was just the no power and not the no perk run. I mean, if it was a no perk and no power, I would have been dead already from not having extra lives from quick revive. But no, here we are at round 15. Which in this challenge doesn't really spike much difficulty, but when I did melee only, and last minute decided to just stack melee only with no power, once I got to 15, even having the sickle, which is just a fancy melee weapon that does the same damage as the Bowie knife, was beginning to prove very, very difficult to use. But having the 2-hit system and also having it where I have the full regeneration length, because I've just been too lazy to, on this account, rebeat the campaign on Veteran. Because I did it on my PlayStation account, but never my Xbox account. And for those who don't know, I've mentioned in previous videos, but if you beat the game on Veteran difficulty, it actually makes zombies easier because rather than having a full 3 seconds between regen, a full 3 seconds of regen delay, you have 1.2 seconds instead if you played it on Veteran. So it reduces the time by more than half of it. So if I had that, it would have made this run easier too. But I'm just too lazy to rebeat the campaign on Veteran, because that in itself, even though it's not necessarily hard to do on BO1, it's just time consuming. Okay, so recording the audio the first time, it just didn't do it. As I said the first time, although you won't hear it because the CapCut decided to just ignore that I recorded the audio, I digress. We have made it to our go-round. If you guys didn't like today's video, or you want to see more, we made round 20 in just a bit under 40 minutes. Well, we beat it just a bit over 40 minutes, but you get the point. If you guys enjoyed today's content, please like the video or comment down below what you would like to see and what you thought of this video. I typically do challenges suggested by viewers. An example is a while ago, I got suggested what I should do on Modern Warfare 3 survival mode, and they suggested I did snipers only on my revolvers only video. So I tried snipers only in the next Modern Warfare 3 challenge video. Not to say that I'll always do the challenges y'all suggest immediately after you suggest them. Other video ideas might come out prior to that, but I will heavily consider doing whatever challenge video idea you have if it pertains to Call of Duty Zombies or Modern Warfare 3 survival mode. Anyway, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.